About 2 minutes, and we'll be set to go live. Yeah. So right now, about to do a live phone interview, iHeartRadio with David Serero. It'll be about 2 minutes. You're gonna give me a call, and you guys are gonna get the live interview while we're doing it. What think? Do I need to cut the call off? You think it's cool?
Yeah, cut it off.
No.
Your stuff came with chicken sausage and everything.
I'm trying to tell you.
You meant to do that?
Yeah. It automatically came with that.
Yeah, because of what you got.
It's looking a little ugly today, but we're gonna make the best of it. I can't even say ugly. It's how it's supposed to be. But new project MOG 22 next Friday. About to get started in just a sec. Waiting for the phone call. We'll be doing a live interview, iHeartRadio with David Serero. And this is the first radio interview in a while, but first interview was of the 24, top of the 24, promoting the new project coming out next Friday. MOG stands for Man of God, and yeah, let's get started. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Ashton, how are you?
I'm blessed. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you very much. So, you ready for the interview?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Okay, beautiful. So, just to make sure I have my facts right, your
Mm-hmm.
name is Ashton Martin
Mm-hmm.
and you're a hip hop artist from Florida.
Yes, correct, correct.
Okay, beautiful. and we are going to talk about your upcoming EPMOG, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you
Yes.
have your new single called In Tune.
Yep.
All right, we're starting. Please don't move, and you can mute yourself when you're not talking. And we start. Five, four, three. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on the Culture News. My name is David Serero, and I have the pleasure to have today on iHeart Radio the very talented hip hop music artist from Florida, residing in Atlanta, the wonderful Mr. Ashton Martin. Ashton has an upcoming EP called MOG and has released this new single which we are going to play massively today on iHeart Radio called In Tune. And he's right in time over the phone with us, Mr. Ashton Martin. Ashton, how are you today?
I'm great. I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for being with us. I appreciate that.
Thank you
So,
so
the
much for
first
having me.
question I would love to know is what brought you to music? How did you start that, I would say, that style?
So the style of hip hop actually started a little bit later. I'll say around when I was a teenager. Just it kind of started from poetry, I guess you can say. Poetry, freestyle rap, and just finding a way to vent. You know, as a teenager, you kind of finding who you are, and it was kind of a sense of identity for me. It started as just really something to do, something to help me stay out of trouble, something to just keep my mind occupied and really help me vent. And then it became a career for me, something that I found purpose in. But I was always around music growing up. You know, I was my father was a choir director, songwriter. Grandmother was a singer. My mom kept a lot of music around. So I was kind of always around music, but I'll say that's when I fell in love with hip hop itself, like that particular style.
And I would say, who are and who were at that time your music influences, the artists who have inspired you the most?
Yeah, so at that time, it was actually a lot of local acts that was inspiring me the most. It was a group around of like my older cousins, and they went by the name of DLB. Shout out DLB. And I say they were like one of my biggest inspirations as far as like wanting to rap. But of course, you know, you had the big hip hop artists at the time. T Pain was coming up at the time. He was a big influence. He's actually from the area where I'm from. Of course, we had Lil Wayne. That was big, being a Southern artist, but also being able to have wordplay. Um, Artists like Fabulous, artists like Ace Hood. A lot of I really was paying attention to everybody that was out around that time frame. But I'll say the most inspiration was really just the people that were around me that were motivating me, to keep pushing or just inspiring me that I was looking up to.
And definitely, success came to you very quickly, and you started to get your name a little bit around. Now, tell us, fast forwarding to this new single called In Tune, what motivated you? What is the story of that single? And what was your process of doing it?
So In Tune is an interesting song. Um, my wife, who was also my manager at the time, she was saying, she asked me, she was like, is it a song that you recorded recently? And at that time, I hadn't recorded any songs. I was like, nah. She was like, you're gonna do a song very soon, and it's gonna be like an important song. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I didn't really pay it any mind. And then the producer, PA on the track, he's actually from South America. He produced the whole EP. Um, he was sending me beats, and I was going through his files, and I came across it, and it was just something about the sound of it. It had like it's almost kind of like an Afro beat sound, right? And it was just like, oh man, as soon as I heard it, it was like immediately like, oh, that's the song right there. So I started putting it together, and I freestyled some of it and I wrote some of it. So like the hook is just me kind of freestyling and putting it together. The first verse I wrote most of it, and then the second verse I freestyled most of the second verse. But putting the song together was actually like a task for me. It actually took me about 2 days, just because it's such a feeling song. When I was first recording, I really wasn't feeling it at the moment. I really got like the first part of it done, and I was like, let me wait because I'm not really in the mood to kind of like finish it. And then the next day I came back, and it was just like perfect. It was like, yeah, that's it. And what it's speaking on is really just getting in the mindset of locking in, you know what I'm saying? Getting in tune spiritually, getting in tune physically, getting in tune mentally, like getting in a space where you operate at the maximum capacity. And that's really the basis of the song. And when you hear it, it has kind of like a islander sound or Afro beat sound. And I bring a hip hop rap, which you don't really hear those two mixing. But being where I'm from, it doesn't sound too off to me because a lot of rappers where I'm from in Florida, they tend to rap on those type of beats, but a lot of people are not used to hearing that sound. So it also has like a home feeling to me. It feels very natural, as far as like the flow and the delivery. But yeah, that's one of my favorite songs off the EP.
And indeed, it is such a beautiful place, beautiful music, and where you place your voice is really also beautiful. The flow that you have throughout that song, great song called In Tune. What else we can find on this upcoming EP of yours, Emoji? And what means also Emoji?
Yeah, so MOG stands for Man of God. I definitely say the standout tracks is the intro, which is the title track, MOG as well. It's almost similar to Intune, but a little bit more energy. It's a lot more hip hop, but with the same type of instrumental type of feel. Just a lot more force in your face, very straightforward. That's another one of my favorites. That one came kind of fast. It was like it's interesting that that's the intro. That was the last track that I recorded for the EP. I would definitely say "Whole Time" is another one to look forward to. A lot of people they say they love when I do songs. It's kind of like more freestyle, where it's just no nothing but just me rhyming on it, and that's one of those ones where it's just me going in. Um, Pretty much every track it definitely has a story behind it. Day jobs, I'm pretty much talking about the process of becoming a full-time entrepreneur, full-time artist, and working different type of jobs. But what I've learned from it, what I experienced from it. Conviction is pretty much the most vulnerable track with me just telling my convictions, telling my vulnerable points, things that I'm working on currently or working on at the time. So you get a full perspective from the whole EP, 6 tracks. So
And we can wait to hear it and to have it released on February 2nd, right?
yes, sir, that's correct. February 2nd,
We
two
cannot
twenty four.
we cannot wait. So, what is next for you? What is coming up after that? Do you do some live performances? Do you do some showcases? Are you planning on the album after? What is coming up for you after that?
Um, what's coming up is pretty much me promoting. At the moment, I don't have any performances set, but it's definitely some to come. I would definitely say just make sure you follow me and stay up to date. I have a lot coming. Definitely a lot more music this year versus last year. And as I'm receiving it, that's how I'm gonna give it. But yeah, definitely follow me, stay up to date. At It's Ashton Martin everywhere.
Well, we will be definitely here to support you and to play your beautiful music. You have a great personality, and I think it's also transpiring in your beautiful music. This is Ashton Martin, a wonderful hip hop music artist from Florida who is living in Atlanta. So, would you say that there is a different hip hop sound between the Florida sound and the Atlanta sound. What are the differences? What are the different styles between both?
Oh yeah, for sure. From the outside looking in, I don't think people would tell that much of a difference, but being from the South, you can definitely tell a big difference in Florida and Atlanta or Georgia sound. Florida has more of I say the way I explain it, most artists from Florida, first of all, we are very, very diverse, right? So you have like Florida, we have artists like T Pain, Rod Wave, and then you got like Kodak Black. It's such a big wide range of artists, but it's because we are from like a place where it's so many different type of cultures. You have a heavy Hispanic culture, you have a heavy Haitian culture, you have a heavy Jamaican culture, you have a heavy Native American culture. It's so many cultures that's blended into to actually just becoming its own culture from where we're from. And then we have our own lingo, we have our own slang, we have our own way that we carry ourselves, our own styles. But I'll say out of hip hop, the one thing that we have in common is we kind of have more of a talkative, conversational flow in the way we rap, and it sounds a lot of times like we having a conversation. In Atlanta, it's more of a like rhythmic flow. How people rap, they rap more in patterns in Atlanta. From what I noticed, Atlanta has a different sound. Now Atlanta has its own culture as well. Atlanta is home to so many legends, legendary acts, legendary artists, and they kind of breed their own sound coming from that. So you have so many people that have different sounds depending on what part of Atlanta they're from. And like I said, they have their own sound as well. So it's definitely a difference between the two. But at the same time, we're all Southern. So we all had a Southern twang. We all had a Southern, as some people will look at country type of vibe. And we like bounce. So most of the time in the South, we're gonna have something with our instruments gonna have more rhythm to it. Something that even if we're talking about a serious topic, it's still something that you'll be able to move to, or something that you'll be able to, kind of vibe to, kind of bounce to. That's just the South, and that's the Southernness in us. That's how we kind of carry ourselves. But yeah, it's definitely a difference in the sounds, difference in the cultures.
Wow, and I think this is a very interesting, actually, answer you gave, and I'm so glad I asked that question.
Yeah, for sure,
It's
for
very
sure.
rare that someone, a hip hop artist, can talk between the disparity between these two beautiful states and these two beautiful city, very powerful in the, I would say, in the urban culture, and that's really interesting to hear you in it. But what is even more interesting is to hear your beautiful new single, which we are playing right now, called In Tune. In Tune. And ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Serero. I have the pleasure to have today on the phone the very talented hip hop music artist, Ashton Martin. He's releasing his upcoming EP on February 2nd called MOG for Man of God. And the single, which we'll be playing right now, is called In Tune. More music to follow up on iHeart Radio. Stay tuned with us. Hey, boss, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
No, great interview, really, by all means. Great interview. So we will edit it nicely and we will send it to you, okay?
Okay, that sounds good. I appreciate that.
All right, we'll play it. We'll send you the link. We'll send you everything, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Thank you very much. Great job, really. I mean that.
Oh, thank you as
Okay?
well. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Bye bye.
All
Take
right,
care. Bye
have a
bye.
good one. All right, there you have it, folks. Like you said, he'll have it edited in actual radio version. It'll be up soon. I'm pretty sure I'll put some edits together as well for you guys. But again, MOG 2/2/24 next Friday. Make sure you definitely download, stream, purchase. The pre-purchase link, I think the iTunes pre-purchase is already available. Pre-save is already available for Spotify.
Interview would be on Spotify
Yeah, interview
as
will be on
well.
Spotify as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, so stay tuned. Like I said, you know we're also gonna have a lot more following up with that as well. And as he said, Intune is gonna be the lead that we're pushing for right now. So yeah, I appreciate everybody that's tuning in now or tuning in to the post afterwards. Thank you guys, love you guys, appreciate all the support, appreciate all the love. Um, yeah. So you guys stay blessed, stay up. If you know me, you know it's AME. What's what they do. Appreciate the love in the chat, man. And anything else I need to add? We good? For sure. Oh, also, I do want to say this, and I'm probably gonna put it in the post as well. Um, if you guys want to stay up to date with everything, we have now kind of split our notifications up if you're a part of the AME family. So again, we have the marriage counseling coming up again Friday 7 p.m. Now, if you want to stay up to date with these type of notifications, as far as like faith based, God based notifications, you would text church to 833-667-9667. That's church to 833-667-9667 for everything that's musically, upcoming release, upcoming lives when I go live, music videos, to even receive the link to MOG when it drop. Text music to that same number, which is 833-667-9667. Now, for our clients, partners, if you're looking to get your taxes done, business seminars, workshops, anybody looking to connect or partnership businessly, you're gonna text business to that number. That's business to 833-667-9667. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you're just gonna get all the notifications. But anything specifically, make sure you follow that. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Again, stay blessed. If you know me, you know it's AME.